Okay, we're gonna get the stream started. So, we're just building a simple console game selector. I've already coded 2 games, just rock, paper, scissors, and sticks. Pretty simple games. Now we're gonna code this battleship game. Okay, we're gonna get the stream started. So, we're just building a simple console game selector. Okay. So we just need to code that. Pretty should be pretty simple, but let's see. So right now I'm gonna make the system that allows the player to put down the battleship. So I'm gonna do that in this right here. So we'll just say we will do a while loop here. And add an int. Oh, boy, sorry. Okay, we'll set this to true or false, and then we'll just have that happen in here. Okay, so now this is going to loop. Well, P ships placed is false. So if we just go to, we're just going to need to do a function which allows us to place it. So first off, we're going to do player map, which renders the player's map. And to do that, we're going to need to edit or to do this code. So what we're going to do is player map in here. So after we clear the screen, which is what system CLS is, we are going to display the player map. So the map of the game. So we're just going to go like this. We'll just say std_cout, or we'll make a for loop, and then we'll iterate through it. So int I is equal to 0. While it is equal to 0, or while it is less than the amount of things in our array, which is 100, we are going to add 1 to I. So that just means it's going to go through this 100 times. So we're going to cout. We're gonna do that. Oh. Well, first off, we need to figure out what it is at that, because if it is a 0, it's gonna be water. If it's 2, it's gonna be a ship. If it's 1, it's gonna be a miss, and if it's 3, it's gonna be a destroyed ship, because these are 4 different tiles, you could call it. So we need to have that in here. So to do that, we're going to have if statements here. We'll actually do a switch because that's more efficient. So we'll go to switch, and we will go to player, or we can just go to battle map, because that's what we use in here. At index of, oh, we need to make this a, at index of I. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's just edit this real quick. Forgot it was away. Actually, I don't know if we need those. We'll see. I haven't used arrays like this before. Okay, yeah, we do. Interesting. Okay. So we'll just go here. Add these boxes to them. Up here as well. Okay, and now we also need to update this because it's different name. Wait, no, it's not. Battle player map. This is the reason. So we got battle player map. Yep. And then we're just going to put in the player map in right here. Bam. So that's going to implement this right here. So now we have this in here. We're going to see if we're going to make a case. So if it is a 0, we can do this. Oh, why is it doing that? So I don't like Visual Studio. It just does this randomly. But other things are just too glitchy, like VS Code. In I found. But okay. 2, and then case 3. Then we're gonna just, oh, my bad, didn't mean to do that. We're just gonna add a break statement here, so I don't have to go through and add those later. I think I need to get better at typing. Okay, now that we have these, basically what this is gonna do is if it's a 0, it's going to output something such as an empty space. And if it's not a 0, it's going to output something else. Sorry for that voice crack. So, let's just say, for open water, we'll do a O. So, O. We'll just do a uppercase O. And then, we just have to end that. Then over here, we're going to do the same thing. Oh, did I skip one? No, I didn't. Okay. Well, I'm not in my space, though. We're going to do std. No, these are all forward one. I don't like it when it does this. Let me fix this. It might be right, but I don't like it. Anyways, std cout, and then we'll just do. If we look up at my key here real quick, we said 0 is water, 1 is a miss. So we'll put a an X here for a miss. Okay. Next up, 2 is a ship, 3 is a destroyed ship. So std cout. And for a ship, what looks like a ship? Well, it depends on where it is, because, you know, just depends, but I'd say we can do like an 8 for a ship. No, that's not great. How about this? We'll make these all double. That will also make it so it's not like a rectangle, which looks weird to some people. I'm fine with it, but yeah. So then we can just do one of these for an X, then for an O, we can do for an O that's double spaced. We can probably just do 2 O's, if I'm being honest, like that. And then that will just cover 1, and that should be fine. Only problem with these is they're a little small, which looks a little funny, but it's probably better than the alternate. And then for destroyed ship, which is case 3, we'll just do cout, and then we'll say, oh, I forgot the T there. We'll say destroyed ship. It should look like a ship, so this, but destroyed, so if there was a way we could put an X through it, that'd be nice. We'll just put these for destroyed ship, kind of like crumpled looking. No. Oh, that's what we can do. I just realized. Should have been obvious. But for down here, we can just do one of these or something. Kind of looks like a fire. I don't really like that. Let's see. Yeah, I suppose it's the best we're gonna get with console, sadly. Looks like half the ship's gone. That should be fine. Okay. And then we can just end that. Now, there's also one more thing I need to do. Whenever this is a a like even division of 10 or multiple of 10, whichever, then, well, whenever it can be divided evenly by 10 is more correct, we are going to want to print a new line. So if it's multiple of 10, actually, not, yeah, it's kind of right. Oh, yeah, that was my bad. Anyways, we can just, if it's multiple of 10, we're going to print a new line. So if it was 0 through 9, that would be 10, and then it would get to 10, and over here, if I modulus 10 is equal to, if we can say is equal to 0, then we're going to print a new line. So this will basically make it a square, hopefully. That's the hope. And we'll just, new line. Wait, was that? But new line, okay. Let's just see if I can build this and test it. Build root. We can do play, battle, ship. Looks to be working. So as you can see, we have our 10 by 10 grid. The reason why this is flashing, by the way, is because this is it's clearing the screen every second. But it's a nice 10 by 10 grid, so that's good. Anyways, we're going to next do a thing where it allows us to edit the battleship map to make the ships appear. So we're going to have 5 ships, obviously. The carrier, the destroyer, the carrier. I forget which one's bigger. I believe the aircraft carrier is 5. The destroyers for the sub and the other boat, the battleship, is 3. And then we have the patrol boat, which is 2. Names don't really matter as much, but I'd like this to have a UI design, which is nice. So I'd like to be able to move them around, which will be hard. So for this, I'm going to need to implement some, probably classes. I'm going to need classes for this. Well, no, I won't, but yeah. So we're going to have a set of coordinates for each one. Well, the coordinates will be one number, and we'll associate that number with it. And each time we move, we'll either subtract 1, subtract 10, or add 10, or add 1. And this will move it around on the screen, and we'll just print the screen again to fix that. So yeah, that should work. So if we implement okay. So we can have a actual array for our ships. So we can say int carrier, and then turn that into array, which is 5 digits, right? Now each digit will have a numerical value associated with it, because it's going to be 5 indexes long. So 0 to 4, which is enough to house all the coordinates we need for it. Next we'll have the int destroyer, which will house 4 coordinates. And then the submarine will have 3. The battleship will have 3. Oh, we've got the int. And then the patrol boat will have 2. So then we can move these around and edit the coordinates in this one point. So if we just go into here, first we're going to want to place the carrier probably. So we probably would like to fill these first. So if we are able to edit these coordinates and then display the screen every time, that'd be good. So we can have a selector up here and set it equal to 0, and we'll increment this every time we place our ship down. So if the selector is equal to 0, we're going to move the carrier. So we'll do a switch statement there. Selector. So case 0. We'll have case 1. Case 2. And case 3. And also case 4. Okay. So in case 0, what we're going to want to do is move around our carrier. So I'm going to have break function here. Well, I guess it's not a function, is it? It's just a command. Well, it's just a thing. Break. And then while it's 0, I'm going to be moving on the carrier. So we're probably going to want to have a movement script for this, or function for this. So let's make a void. Actually, let's just test it out first. No, it's okay. So we can make a void, and then we know that 1 to 99 is that. Ow. I keep hitting myself. So if we're at 10, and we subtract that by 10, we go up 1. If we're at 10, and we add 10, we go down 1. If we subtract 1, we go left. If we add 1, we go right. So we're going to make a int called movement battle. So we can notice battle movement. Battle movement, and then we'll say all we need is we don't need anything in here. All we need is tab called. So if we go over here and int battle movement, okay, and then we're gonna return a value. So if get async key state is equal to which is equal to what is it? W. So I believe we use the lowercase to few arguments. So it's just I'm not very good with get async key state, so I'm just gonna do it the only way I know how. 0 while I is less than 256, because that's the amount of characters, and then I++. Okay, now if it's if get async key state is equal to I, I forget how to do this. I might have to look it up, sadly. Kind of makes me feel stupid, but hey. Ah. Interesting. So basically, we're going to do this, which makes it basically slow down like a real keyboard. And we'll say, and 0 be 1, which basically slows it down. Then we're going to if is upper I is equal to a wait. Ah, so if is I, STD is upper. Did I spell it upper wrong? Yeah, okay. Then we're going to set the char direction is equal to char times I. Why do we have this? Expected a statement. Oh. There we go. Now this is going to give us either, hopefully either W, A, S, or D. And now that we have this, what we're going to do is we're going to make a switch statement on direction and on case 1, or sorry, not case 1, on case 1 we'll have case W, so this will be forwards, right? Now on the next case we'll have case S. Now this means we're trying to move backwards, right? On this one we'll have case A, and then finally case D. Now what we're going to do is make it so default that W returns this means we want to move up, which means we want to return -10, because that's what, if you subtract all coordinates by -10, then we move up by 10, which is just how it works. So return -10. I wish it would know that. Wouldn't. It's very annoying. And then we'll return 10 for this. I think I am tweaking out. Anyways, then on this one we will return, for A we want to move left, that's -1. And then on this one we're going to return +1, so just 1. And then default we will return 0, which means it was not a valid key, but it won't do anything. And then we're going to add a break to all of these. So break, 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 and break. Oh. There we go. So now we're going to break off all these, and this will return our direction. Okay, so now if we head back to our game, where was it? Up here. Then we head over here, and we go to selector. On 0, what we're gonna do is we're gonna call this, and then we're gonna call move. So we're gonna do battle movement, and this is going to return a value. So we are going to set, oh, did this again. Sorry about this. I don't know why it's doing this. I think it's in the settings. I'll have to edit them later. Anyways. No, it was right. I just had that one wrong. Okay. So, in case 0, what we're going to do is we're going to set the coordinates of the battleship, or the carrier, to a certain position. But we need the carrier to have a proper thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the coordinates to a midpoint also. So because we know it's 5 long, we're probably just going to offset it 1 to the left because it's an even board. So carrier at index of 0 is going to be equal to, so we gotta go down 3, which would mean we're at 30, and then we have to add 4, 34. Okay, now we're gonna do carrier, and forgive me if this is like really inefficient, but I'm not very sure on how to add specific values in a better way than this. So yeah, so 44, that should be 1 down, and then we can just pretty much copy these. Gotta love being lazy. And then this would be 64, and this 74. Okay. Nice. Wait. Yeah, that should be good. The only problem is this. Okay. So that covers all of the values in carrier. So now this is going to get easier as we go down these. So because this is 4, I'm actually going to offset this 1 more down so we can have this perfectly in the middle, because 4 should have 3 on either side. So this is 3rd row. So we're actually just going to cut this out like this, and then put this as 0, 1, 2, 3, and then we just have to label this as destroyer. Okay, so this is going to set all of our starting coordinates so that it's nice and centered in the middle of our board, so it's not off the board and not rendered. So if we just render this, then it should show it up in the middle of it. Okay, so I'm just going to do a real quick test, and actually no, I probably need to do some more work before I can do a test, sadly, but this should be able to. So 3, we're probably just going to go down 4 like the other one, and just cut out the last one because it's only 3 long. So we can just do 0, 1, 2 like that, and now we're going to set these to sub. Oh, come on, VS Code. There we go. So if you hear a lot of like clicks, there's kind of a wire attached to my mic that is kind of getting in my way. Let me just fix that real quick. Oh, that was probably even better. But, okay, that should be good. Now you shouldn't hear as much wire sticking. Never mind. It's not good. Ow. Got pinched. Okay, there we go. Now if we go over here, we can update these both to submarine. Okay. And this one. Okay. Now we can copy this pretty much over to this next one over here, which is battleship, which is also 3 long. So we can just set this to the same values, except change up this to battleship. Now this should let us move the ships around easier. We also need to make it so you can't move a ship off the board, but should be pretty easy. Okay, now finally for the patrol boat, we are just going to copy this over. We'll move this one actually because we want this to be centered, and then set this to 0 and this to 1, and then we can just set this to patrol boat. Okay, so now that we have all the starting coordinates set for these guys, we should just be able to move them around freely, hopefully. So we can just set these to the values on here when we enter them. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to set the values on this to these coordinates here. So what we're going to do is when we start up this case, we're going to send these coordinates, so carry it at 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 to the battleship player map, so that that can be put on the screen. So we should just be able to do that if we set a for loop here and set int I equal to, we'll set it equal to 5 or 0 and then make it go up to 5 or 4. So while I is less than 5 and then I plus plus. Now some cases like the patrol boat, it only goes up to 2. So after we get up to that number, we will end this for loop. So we can make a switch statement. So actually, because this is in the first one, we actually can just, we don't have to worry about that. So that's nice. So we're going to set computer or player map at index of what is it called again? Carrier at index of I, and we'll set this equal to the ship icon, which if we take a look up here, we will see that it is, depends on where I put it, but we can see that the ship icon is 3 or 2. So we can just set it equal to 2. And this should render it. So if I build it now, it should show that up. So if we enter the command, no. Apparently I have to do some more stuff before it will let me do anything. So it's saying that direction was not initialized, even though up here it was. So what we need to do is, if direction is not equal to anything, we need to set it equal to a random key, so it doesn't do that. Equal to W, W in here, or it is not equal to, ooh, I might actually be doing this wrong. It might be capital. Let me check. Oh, actually, it was working. I just didn't check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we actually have the destroyer being rendered here. So that's actually really good. I just got clicked off there. So we should be able to do stuff with that. So that's good. We can render stuff to it. The only thing I don't like about it is it does blend in a lot. So what I might actually just do is set those spaces to just empty space, because this is very cluttered, I have to admit. So we'll just end that real quick. No, doesn't want to be ended apparently. Yeah, in process. So if it's not equal to W, get async. I need to check something real quick. down. Okay, so it gives an output in a actually capital letter. So we need to make these capital so it can actually detect it. So let's just make that, and this. So we got all these full. So now what we're going to do is make a AND case right here, and then just copy this pretty much, but with the 4 other directions. And. Okay, so now we have W, S, and A. We have W, S, A, and D. Okay, no, that's S, my bad. D, there we go. Now, then we're just going to set direction equal to a random letter, so we'll just do like T, and then just end that. So now if it's equal to these 4, it'll do that. So now if we build this, it shouldn't give me that error. Okay, now let's run it. And it's still saying that the variable direction is being used without being initialized, which is really weird because it shouldn't be saying that. So if it's not equal to that, yeah, it's not equal to that, it's not equal to that, then direction is equal to T. Oh, an easy way to do it might just be to say that it's equal to T at the start, and then it'll just be initialized then, because it seems like it's being a little annoying. So we can just do that. Oh, where is it saying this time? Huh, that's really weird. So it's saying it's being used without being initialized down here, which is weird because, it's still running. So, I just realized something. You guys probably can't see my console. Let me fix that real quick. So if I go to window capture, can I copy multiple? Phone in. Sadly don't. I'd have to do my whole screen, which, okay, I guess I can do that. So I'll just have to okay, so I'll just capture my display. Bam. Okay. Sorry, this is taking a little while. Yeah, sorry. It looks like I'm not gonna be able to show you it, so yeah, that's too bad. Let me run it and see if it shows, because it should show it on the terminal, but I'm not sure you guys can actually see that. Yeah, so it looks like you can't see it, sadly. But, that just means I'll have to switch it over like this. Can I head back to, oh, yes. So if I go like this, and then do that, then it does that, hopefully. So you should just be able to see that. and then whatever was behind it, I assume. But it might not do that, sadly. But we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, looks like that works. So, if I hit F5 here. Yeah, okay, so it's good. So we can just stop that. End it. And then it should just pop off the screen. And then I should just be able to start it back up, and you'll be able to see it. I'm just testing it right now. So looks like it doesn't do that because it does not pop off the screen. But I can just move it over to the right side of my screen, and that should be fine. So yeah. Anyways, I'll just pause that. So we're just gonna work like that, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing actually. So that's good. So now that we have the coordinates for the ships for the starting position, and also oh, that's not good. It looks like my screen has two consoles on it. Sadly, I'm gonna try to fix this real quick. But anyways, now that we have the all this, we should just be able to do it, but probably it's not gonna work like that. So if we go over to our games functions, sorry for taking so long. We're just gonna first of all, we're gonna set empty space to be empty space, which probably should have been obvious thing to do, but it wasn't. And we're gonna set misses to O's, and then hits to X's, so that it's pretty clear what's actually happening. Hopefully it is. So now that we have that set up, pretty sure my console is still blocking the screen for some reason. So let me fix this. Yeah, it looks like it's glitching. So I'm just gonna move the properties side over to here so that doesn't happen. Hello? There you go. And then we'll just window that. No, we'll move this over. And now this should be pretty easy to see. No, it blocks it. Let me trying to get it on this side, but it's not doing it. There we go. No, it's still not right position. Come on. There we go. Okay. So now this should not block my code. There you go. Okay. So now that we have all these set up, we're just going to implement the movement. So what this should do is it should set the coordinates on here equal to that, and it does do that. So now we need to make it able to move, and we do this by moving these coordinates. So we're going to set we're going to do a for loop and we'll just set current int. We'll do an int called current move is equal to this, and then we will do a small little for loop here. Int I is equal to 0, and while it is less than 5, we're going to continue on this. Okay, and then a plus plus, and then we are going to set carrier at index of I to be equal to current movement. Current move. But what we're going to do is we're going to say that if this takes us outside of a certain range, then it's just going to set the first one to 0. So, like, let's say we tried to move too far left or too far up. That would set our thing to 0. Oh, that might be a problem. Yes. So, if we try to move left while we are on a multiple of 9 or 0, then, well, we'll add 0 or a multiple of 9, then what will happen is our thing will carry over to the next row. So if the carrier position is at one of those and it tries to move left, then it won't do it. Hopefully. So we're going to try to implement that. So what we're going to do is sorry about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it so if current move, or if carrier at index of I is, let's say it is a modulus 9 is equal to 0, so if it is a multiple of 9, then what we're going to do is we're going to, well, and the current move is a -1, then what we're going to do is we're just going to override it and say that it can't do that. So this would probably actually just be easier to do in that function, but I don't know. Oh yeah, we can do that. So let's just go over to our move function, which is up here. Oh no, down here. And we'll say that if before these right here, if the carrier, because all we have to worry about is the oh, that's not good. I do not have a so we're going to make it so you have to have the thing you're moving in here, so we can do that. So we'll have ship, and we'll say that's an int ship, and it's an array. So you have to input the ship's array, so its coordinates, and if that ship's array at index of 0, which is the top of it, is equal to anything from 0 to 9, then it will ignore the W function, or the W movement. So we'll say if the ship at index of 0 is less than 10, then we're going to not do this. But if is not less than, so we can say is greater than 9, and then we'll do this. Else we will return 0. Oh, forgot the things. Okay, so this basically makes it so you can't go off screen, which is not what we want. Okay, so next up, what we're going to do is basically copy this over for these other ones, but in a different way. So if Control C, so if ship is, in this case, because we're going down, it doesn't matter for the up. So the greatest you can go to is 99. So it's 99 to 90, where it's the last row. So if it is, as long as it is less than 90, then it can do this. Let me just get rid of this. So replace this with a positive 10. Okay, and then in the case of, oh, I have 2 breaks. Let me fix that. In the case of A, this means you want to move left, right? But if you are in a row that is divisible by 9 without any decimal remainder, then you don't want to move left because that would put you off screen. So I'm going to do the same thing basically for this. get rid of this break right here. And this time, we're going to put this at a -1. And this basically means that instead of doing a greater than function, we're going to have to do modulus 9 is not equal to 0. Because if it's equal to 0, then it's going to be even, and we don't want that. So we'll just return 0 in that case. And then for case of D, we're going to do something quite similar. So we should do that, but with a 1 instead. So, sorry for all the pauses, by the way. Okay, and then we can just get rid of this break right here, and we will return a 1, and we're going to do modulus. So on the right, we halves. We still have the same thing, so we can actually keep the same thing, because we have 9, we have 9, we have 18, we have, we have 9, 19, and so on. Wait a minute, no, because it goes from 9 to 19 to 29, so that just means I don't believe there's anything we can divide with that, so we're going to have to do something different there, because on the left, it goes from 0 to 9 oh, shoot. Yeah, it goes to 19 after that. So we still can't do that, I believe. Because we have 10, 0, 10. Oh. So I got it a little mixed up. On the left, it's actually going to be 10. So if it's divisible by 10, then that's not good. So that's 10, because it goes 0, 10, 20. And then on the right, we have a 9. And then it goes to 19, 29, which is a little harder, but what we can say is if ship plus 1 modulus 10 is equal to 0, then we shouldn't do it, because that plus 1 is going to be equal to a number that's divisible by 10 if it's on the right. So plus 1 is modulus 9, or modulus 10 is not equal to 0. And this will make it so you can't go right if there's, if it's the edge of the screen. And that should be good. And then we have the default return 0 break. Okay. So that should be good. Let's test it out. Oh, I hit the wrong button. It's not. Oh, I gotta pause this. It's already running, that's why. Okay, so if I build it now. Oh, we unable to build changes. So we can just go to this. So it looks like we got some bugs here. It's kind of annoying. It's not showing me my bugs. Oh, why did it do that? Come on. That's a little annoying. Okay. Well, just close this. Yeah, don't know why it popped over there like that. Okay, build. We have 9 errors. Yeah. Initialization is skipped by case label. So, don't know why it's doing this, but it's just ignoring the thing. It's not letting me see my errors, and this is annoying. Games.cpp. Huh, that's interesting. It's not letting me see the errors. There we go. Okay. So on line 336, so it says that current move is uninitialized. It's initialized. So this is because battle movement is not always going to return a value, I think, and that means it's not good. Why is there one here though? At 343, this is the uninteresting part about this debugging. At 343, 343. It's these. So because these cases here don't have anything on it, it's getting mad at me. So that's not good. It's working, it's just, it has bugs. So we can just test out the stuff that's working and hope that we can test out what we're trying to test out. So we can play Battleship. And if we move left, so the movement is not working. So as you can see, it's going through the loop, but it is not moving us. So that means something is going wrong with the movement script or something like that. Oh, what happened? Oh, we're back. That's weird. Whenever you click, it just disappears. But yeah. So that means there's something wrong with it. So we'll just close out of that and head to our movement script. So if we go to our movement, so this is our direction. So here's a movement. So it's detecting if it's moving, and if it is, then it's going to return one of these hopefully. But it doesn't seem like it is, and that is if ship 0 is equal. Oh, that's my fault. I forgot to include the carrier in here. Carrier. So that's my fault. That's my fault. I forgot to include that. Also, these are not all the same, so let me include these. That was a stupid mistake. Okay, so we can just include those real quick, and then expected a expression. Int ship. No. Does it want this? No. That's weird. Expected an expression. Interesting. Wonder why it's saying that. So carrier is here. So if int curve equal to carrier, so it must be that we can only transport certain values and we can't transport. Oh, I remember now. You have to transport it as a pointer. I believe. So it's been a while since I've done pointers. So I'm not exactly sure how to do it. Yeah, I'm not the best. How about this? We can transport. So we're gonna need pointer. So if I forgot how to do pointers, oh no. Carrier. No, I hate pointers. No. I don't know. I'm gonna need Google for this one. Don't ask about my taskbar. It's messed up, I know. Anyways, if we just go here, let me just get rid of all these tabs. Actually, does so. We're gonna need Google's help on this one. Array to a function on or in C++. Okay, so oh great, we got. To be fair, Google Gemini is actually really helpful. Instead of reading through forms, it usually works the stuff it says by reference. Pointer. So I know it was pointer. I just forgot how to do the pointer. So you have to do number size. Method 1, passing the array and its size. Use std array. So if we include array and then yeah. Interesting. So you can pass it by reference by including the size of it and the so you can by including the size of it and its parameters. Wait. The array and its size. So the array is numbers and you pass it with its size. Interesting. So if we just get over back to VS Code, we can pass it by using the array name, it's a carrier, and then its size, which we know is going to be 5. So we can just say 5. And then we just need to pass the int. Let me go up here, and we can just go up here and int size. There. And then that should be good. What else does it say? I know it said something else. So you get the array, and then you can pass it through using the size. I already know the size actually, so I might not even need that part because the size is a kind of constant. It's gonna be a constant size. So, well, I should probably make it a const if I'm gonna have it as constant, but you can get onto that another time. So actually, because I already know the size, I should just be able to use it and just pass it in with the name. So that should be good. And then, now that we know that, it should be able to know the I'm kind of blanking the numbers in it, because if you find the bits with that, then you can do that. Probably gonna end the stream after I get this placing system working, or just the movement. But yeah, so now that I know that, I can just pass that in, and then if we go to over here, and then as long as ship 0, So the problem with that is that I might just have to pass in some ints, sadly, because I don't believe I know a way to do this. But we can test it now to see what it does. I'm not fully understanding this, but we'll play Battleship. Yeah, So it's rendering that, and as you can see, there's parts of the ship 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the initial coordinates it's getting right. The problem is in the moving, so we need to fix that. Oh, by the way, you can also do these commands. No, I'm not sure why it does that the first time you load it, but yeah. Currently, it's just these 3. So you can do play rock, paper, scissors, for example. I know, okay, I'm showing off here. You can just quit. Anyways. We can, if we go down here, it's obvious that it's not recognizing the array. So we really only need 2 values from the array. So we need the top value and we need the bottom value. And because the left and right value always stays the same while we're moving these, because I'm not going to have a rotate function. That's a little too much work. Because, well, I might actually. So I'll need top and bottom, though. Top and bottom. So int top, and then we'll need int bottom. And this is so that's going to be the top, and then this one will be the bottom, and then we can just use any other one for that. It should recognize these, because they're up here. And then we can just say this, and then because these two are able to represent the left and right together, we don't need the left, like the leftmost and rightmost. However, if we do have a turn it, then we will. So down here we can just choose either top or bottom. I'll just go for top. And then same for here. I'll just go for top. There we go. So now to pass in this, what we're going to do is we're going to get that at 0 and that at 0. So KU at 0 and KU at what is it? 4. So let's go edit this. So int top and int bottom. There we go. And now if we head down to our code, we have a little pipe there. And then we go over to here. We're going to need to include KU at index of 0. I don't know if I need to do that. No, that's good. Okay. And then we'll include the KU at index of 4. And then that should pass it through. And then this should actually fix it, hopefully. So if we do control, if we just get F5, and then we do this, we do play and battleship. Oh, I just realized my command prompt's kind of blocking my code, but yeah. Battleship. So we do play battleship, and then hit it. It's still not working. That's weird. Okay, so there's still something that's not letting us move. So if we head out here, we know that it is passing through these values, and that is getting to here. So it might be that it's returning 0 for some reason. So, also realize that this needs to be plus equals. So that might be the problem. I don't know what I was thinking now. Also, it's, yeah. So KU at index of I plus equals can't move. So if it's a negative, like -1, it should move left. And because I was equaling, that meant it was trying to go to that, which probably wasn't working well. Let's try this now. I'm just gonna ignore the plethora of errors. Still not working. Okay. To help me debug this, I meant to do that. Let's see. So if current move is equal to battle movement, and that, and we're plus equaling that, which means that that is correct. And the battle player map window is rendering that off that, and it is editing the thing based off the KU, then it should be correct. Wait a minute. Yeah. Because we're saying KU index of I. Yeah, that's good. And is equal to 2, which is correct. So if we head down to here, here. So these are all the functions. Default. Oh, yeah, we have return. Okay. That's still not top A. What if we do this? No, that won't work. What does, let me find this. So short int virtual key. I'm gonna look up the virtual key to WASD, so I can just do that. Get async key state. Virtual codes, here we go. So we're just gonna look for the ones. Okay, so here we go. So we got, looks like 40, we got 0x for 1 for the, that. Wait. These don't seem to have a key. I don't know. Well, this should be returning our thing, and then direction is equal to that, and then it's looking at direction and seeing that, but somewhere along here, it's breaking. So, the thing must be in this, I believe. Well, when what I'm going to do is I'm going to std cout direction. Oh no, that won't work. It will get cleared immediately. No. Let me just get that back. It should work actually when I think about it, because this is also being ran pretty much constantly. Direction, and then we can hit the there. So now if we run this, it should give us a better view of what's happening here. So as you can see, we're not seeing anything here, and that might just be a result of the clearing, but if it was detecting it to that direction, it should be outputting it. And here we see that we already have the direction set as T, and it should be outputting that into the console somewhere. So I'm not sure why it's not. Also, sorry for the screen flashing. It's kind of inevitable with clear screen being ran every tick. So I think I'm just gonna end the stream here. I'll probably be back tomorrow at around I don't know, just check it out. I'll be back tomorrow and I'll continue on this. So thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.